In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create a vocal build effect that you hear in all sorts of your favorite tracks by essentially applying techniques from the previous few tutorials. But first of all, let me show you what the end result sounds like. Great stuff, and this is how I put it together. Step 1 is to make those audio edits to create that repeating effect. Now I want the build to be over these 4 bars, therefore I will repeat this guy over 2 bars, a logical division of 4. Remember, normally you change the length of the repetition at a logical division in the overall structure, so you can see I have this repetition length over 2 bars, which is half of the overall 4. The next repetition length will happen in this bar. So again, 1 goes into 4 nicely. But I will take half of this, the first half. See how this provides a structure and the whole thing flows together nicely? Then I will do another repetition. Again, the first half. It doesn't always have to be exactly a half, but again, a useful or a logical division. But this time, because it's the final bit, I'm going to leave a pre-drop gap. Normally a beat works perfectly. Step 2 is to consolidate this clip or bounce it in place so that I can do a transposition automation or a transposition envelope, increasing the pitch over those last 2 sections, bringing up the energy. In the case of Ableton, you do that by selecting the region, right-click, consolidate. And that writes it out as a fresh audio clip. Step 3 is to program that transposition automation. And again, in the case of Ableton, you do this by going into the envelopes section. So just hit the E a few times until you can see the envelopes bit. Clip, transposition modulation, and then make sure you're in an appropriate warp mode to do this transposition modulation. I like texture, because it gives you that great grainy quality. And then I can draw in this transposition using a bit of a shortcut, or a bit of a trick, I should say, like so. Snap that to a 12 semitone, a full octave position, say 4 semitones. Yeah, 4 semitones exactly on the mark. And now have a listen to this. I'll just do this half. Fantastic, and that is the vocal build. Now, one final detail though I do want to point out is a more current trend that I see an awful lot of people doing, and I personally think it works extremely well. Comparing what I just showed you, particularly the divisions or the repetitions for what I just showed you, and then this one below. Do you see how this faster repetition starts a little bit early? In this second example, just highlight this so you can clearly see that the faster repetition starts a little bit before, where you might expect, remember, I said that you normally want to change the repetition length at a useful division, like say at the beginning of a bar or a 2 or 4 bar section, but here it happens early. I've no idea why it sounds better, and there's not a lot of predicting when you want to change the division length at or at least what you might call an incorrect time. But there you have it. I thought I'd just point that out as a little bit of a bonus.
something out, 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 something, 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 something,